to the live broadcast of the 2024 Murri vs Koori Interstate Challenge. Like the previous year, we're also privileged to welcome Rugby League Samoa Queensland to the mix. So a big talofa lava to all of our Pacific friends and family watching.
Look at you go, Murri.
My sister, Bo Dela Cruz, joins me in the box, as well as my uso, Remy, my tua. Big game ahead of us. This will be the first women's game of the competition. We'll see the under-15 cultural celebration between Queensland Murris and Queensland Samoa. Bo, we called obviously the Murri girls from the QMC, and you might have seen Q pick recently as well. So we've seen a lot of these 15-year-olds playing, and obviously probably future NRLW players as well. What are you expecting, my sis?
Yeah, well, like you said, these teams were picked from the QMC back in October of last year. And, you know, I'm definitely looking forward to the halves combination in Zaira Lossie and Lenore Georgetown for the Murris. But, you know, you can never go past these Samoan girls. They've been playing together for a long time. They play here in the local league here in Brizzy. So it's going to be a really good game. I think it's going to be definitely a battle of the forwards. I don't know how many forwards we've got in the game for the Murri teams, but, you know, we'll see how we go. And, yeah, it'll be a good game.
Yeah, it's been a bit of a competition of size and speed, I think, Rennie. Obviously, you know how big the Samoans are bred. Well, you saw the under-12s this morning. I wanted to check some birth certificates, Bo. I wasn't sure, but it should be a good contest ahead of us.
Yeah, unfortunately, I didn't get that Samoan gene because I'm probably one of the smaller Samoans. But, you know, the Murri girls, I spent the whole day with them yesterday. I'm looking forward to seeing how they perform today. And being smaller girls, I'm sure they'll have plenty of pace and be able to move the Samoan girls around.
Yeah, Bo and I talk about it, something that the Murri girls have, and I think a lot of us
and we have.
Duckies have, yeah, us as well. It's something you can't teach. It's that mongrel, Bo? We've got that mongrel that you can't teach.
Yeah.
But I'm sure we'll be seeing come out. And just a quick one for the format of this game ahead before kickoff. We'll have 4 17-minute quarters, 2-minute breaks, and a 5-minute halftime. As we swing right into live action, that's a solid tackle from Olangi Tolfi, the number 16 for Samoa.
Oh.
You can't make up these sound effects. You almost don't need them, but it's exactly that. Oh, and it looks like the ref has seen an early penalty.
And we've seen already how aggressive the middle for Samoa is going to be. It's going to be hard, but I think if, you know, they play into that and you get your little fast outside backs from the Murri team, once the girls get tired within that middle third, you hopefully will see those little fast outside backs come through and carve them up through the middle there.
Here we go. They'll shift left, finding the half. That's Georgetown there. There's those quick feet. She's almost at halfway. Looking right now. Just a little one up, she'll find the front row. Oh, and there she is again, the number 16. Nelelani Olangia Tolfi for Samoa. I imagine she's going to be a name we'll be saying, and unfortunately, there's been a little bit of a fumble, so ball will be handed over to Samoa. Ref says, go back. Good start, though, Rennie.
Yeah, look, there was a good first couple of tackles in that set, but they really needed to complete that one. They need to back it up with their defence now.
All right, here we go. Back to live play. First time Samoa have had a little bit of possession. They'll send in their number 8. That's Misa.
Great pass there. Oh, some nice line running there by the number 2. Oh, it's gone. I think it's gone forward. Some beautiful line running there by Elisa Asamoah. Unfortunately, they've taken it back, caught a forward pass. But you can definitely tell the Samoan girls know how to run lines. They've got a bit of a structure behind them, which is really good. But unfortunately, for their skill in that little set, wasn't to be.
Yeah, probably testing the waters too, but obviously a big shout out to all the players because this is outside of, or probably just within pre-season, so this will be the first competition, maybe the first game a lot of them have played as well, so obviously fatigue is going to kick in quite quickly.
Yeah, I'm assuming a lot of the Samoan girls are from Brisbane and around the Brisbane area, Logan, Ipswich, etc. But I think for the Murri team, a lot of these girls that come from far north Queensland, the Torres Strait,
They're bummers and islanders in there.
Yeah, and out west. So, I give it to them for them coming into camp. We've had a 2-day camp out there at Runaway Bay in the last couple of days, and for them to come into camp and, try and drum up something that's hopefully going to work today has been awesome. But they've had a really good time out there at Runaway Bay.
As we wait now for the scrum, we'll see if any of these sisters can run away. One out now, it'll touch the halves.
Ooh.
She's looking for players. It's a little bit messy on that left side, but it looks like the winger will take it. That's Wiles.
Oh, some big contact there by the number 4.
Almost lost the ball. Hopefully she's okay. That's big. There's 15-year-olds, and in the previous years as well with Rugby League Samoa, obviously we've seen Destiny, Mino Sinapati, you've got the Lofipo sisters, Destiny Brill, Sua. There's so many young women who are now playing in the NRLW, so I think it just is props to Rugby League Samoa. They're obviously doing a fantastic job over there, and we had privilege and a big shout out to also the president of Rugby League Samoa, Matthew, who gave us his time early this week to help us with the pronunciations and phonetics. Obviously that's a really big part of commentary, and we want to make sure that we're doing it correctly and we're pronouncing the names, because they're just as important to all of our Murris and Koris. Obviously it's your culture, it's your family name, your bloodlines that you're representing.
Yeah, I was lucky enough to be a part of the Titans Future Female Academy this year, or last year leading into this year, and we've got a lot of Pacifica girls within the both 15s and the 17s and the 19s, and you can just already you can see the difference, with the 17s girls, because they've actually come from foundation of footy. Their skill level and the knowledge, their IQ is a lot better than the 19s, and they actually beat them in the trial game. And I was like, oh, what am I doing wrong here? But yeah, it was really good to see, and this stage here is where we've really got to, I suppose, stop creating bad habits that they might have picked up somewhere else.
Yeah.
If they've come from touch or any other sports like that, league is different. You create bad habits if you're not taught properly from the start.
What were some of your bad habits, Rennie?
Mine were mainly off the field.
Oh, no comment.
Yeah, my publicist said not to comment there. Should see some Bulldog people out having a little look around. I know that a lot of the scouts came to QMC and QPIC as well. Like a breeding ground for talent out in southeast Queensland in the corner. And it looks like she's just being checked by the medic. I can't exactly get a number on there.
I think it was the winger, maybe number 2.
It's a huge contact for Samoa. I think she might be an ankle or a knee, so it looks like she'll come off and be replaced. But also a big shout out to all of the staff, the team managers, the coaches, the medics, the touchies, the refs as well, all the people in the background.
Yeah.
All the people in your background that you don't see. But obviously contribute so much to the game, and it means that these young women can put on their jerseys and come and represent their cultures. We'll see her, looks like she's being replaced from number 16, so we'll see Maddie Shipp now on that left edge. And the scoreline still sits at 0-0, only 6 minutes in, 17-minute quarters. And we've got the 17s game after this, and then we'll head into the 18s boys, and then of course the interstate challenge between the Murri and Corey winners of each competition later this evening. So big day of footy, here we go. Speaking of footy, back into live action, a lovely little inside from the half.
They've got good depth here, the Murris. Let's hope they drum something up. Oh, nice dummy there by Lenore Georgetown. She's good with ball in hand, isn't she?
She's a great half. I got a lot of time spent with her yesterday and seen that she's got very good skill as a half. She's really got them on the front foot now. Let's see if they can finish this set.
Yeah, so impressive, the number 7 there. So they're set up both sides. They'll play the shorter side.
Nice hands.
Little kick from the 6.
Ooh.
Goes backwards, play on. Can she collect?
Oh, she did well to take that.
She did really well when you got 20 Murris running at you. That's very impressive, and that's the 15 who'll come out. That's Gloria. For Samoa, short side now. Looking to work, get out of their own half. That certainly helps, but great defense from Maya Green for the Murris. Little scoot straight from dummy. Not really set up too much, Rennie. The Samoan girls lacks a little bit more depth, a little bit fumbly maybe.
Yeah, I think it's important for the Samoan girls just to play that one outside. This is a great carry for number 2.
Oh,
I was going to say, you don't need depth when you've got your number 2, Ola Mali'i, who's also the captain of the team.
Yeah.
My God.
The footwork on her. How good was that?
And we'll have a kick there. It's been collected, I think, by surprise maybe. As they send in, and unfortunately a strip there. Great idea, just too many in the tackle.
And I think she would have been successful with that strip, at least Samoa, if, you know, the other player hadn't come in.
And I think, it comes back to that sort of skill level and just that game IQ is if you see, if you see another player going in, maybe step back, but, you know, 15-year-olds, and they're all already playing at this level of rugby league, so... You know, wait till we see him in a couple more years. And that was a 15 for Queensland Murri. Summer Webb. Short side now in the second row. That's Green again. Said her name a few times. She likes a little bit of contact. Short side again. They're flirting with the sideline. Going to have to be careful here. There we go. Back inside. It looks like we'll see a kick.
Great kick by Georgetown. Great take by the number 1, Lalani Ngati.
Impressive set, but Rennie, what are you guys doing in Samoa? Oh my God!
Brute strength, eh? It's genetics, it's brute strength. I love it. Yep, they make them tough, that's for sure.
My God, so impressive. Little scoot there. That's the number 5. She's looking for an offload, but she won't need it. They're about 15 metres out.
The big hole behind the ruck there. Footwork, nice offload.
16 finds the 12. Does the 12 find the try line? No, but they're metres away. Playing the short side. They've got numbers to the left. And she's knocked it forward.
Play on.
Play on here.
Great work.
Good defence there.
Great defence. That defence was as good as the All-Stars a few nights ago. That goal line defence.
Nice run there by Janali Wiles. She definitely took it to them, and this is what they've got to get going. They've got to get that rabbit set going, you know, their get out set, getting their outside backs, taking a few of those hits just to get them out of their half.
Oh, no.
Lovely kick. It hasn't made
turn around,
the touch.
my sister.
Oh, she should have took that.
Bummer.
The girls dodged a bullet there. That would have been disappointing turning the ball over there.
Yeah. Just a little bit confusing on the wing here for the number 5, Journey Miller. But it's all good. I think she might have sort of not really understood the rules just then. Okay, they're in a bit of good ball at the moment, just over halfway. Let's see what they can drum up, the Murri team.
Here we go. We haven't seen her. That's the 21. Who I will...
Amanda Davidson.
Amanda Davidson. Looks like they're bringing on some new cavalry. 10 minutes into the first quarter here.
Is it an unlimited interchange? They called it? Yep, perfect.
And also no time stoppages, so that clock will keep going. But a 0-0 scoreboard, which is actually the first game we've seen with a 0-0 scoreboard this, well, not far into the game, but 10 minutes in. Ball goes backwards. A missed tackle.
Oh,
3 Samoans in there.
Sandwich, wasn't it?
That's contact. She's taken that very well, though, I think. She's going at the back of play now. Hopefully she's okay, the Murri player.
You can see Lenore Georgetown. She's trying to set up something. It looks to me like she's looking for a bit of an XY, and nobody's sort of running off her. So I don't know whether it's a breakdown in communication or people just, you know, don't actually know what she's wanting them to do. So yeah, it's a hard one, that's for sure.
All right, little scoot now. Samoa working to get out of their own half as they bring on some new cavalry as well. The 14, a great little scoot from Papali'i.
That's what you want from your 14s.
Oh, an offload! I tell you what, they do. They love their offloads, and they generally make at least another 10 or 20 metres off them as well, which is so impressive.
Oh, lovely pass. You caught that Oh, here we go.
Bit flat off to the 16, but I don't think it needs any more depth when you run like that.
Oh, how lucky the Murrays. They had some huge numbers, the Queensland Samoan team here to the left. They were quite lucky to have got that, that penalty. I look at some of these girls coming through and I think, gee, I'm glad I'm retired. I don't want to catch that. I don't want to tackle that.
But it was so impressive, the under-12s this morning, obviously, because it's a mixed competition.
They had the girls.
The girls, oh, I reckon they were the strongest on the field. Just so impressive at that age. I don't think I would have the bravery to run at some of the other boys.
Yep, little hard-heads.
But yeah,
sure.
I reckon we'll definitely be seeing those ones in the future.
Well, let's hope, you know, with the way the pathways are going now, we're going to hopefully next year or the year after, we're going to see an under-13s girls match here,
yep.
Which would be perfect because, you know, at that age, we all know once you're 12 and you're over 12, you've got to stop playing in the boys division. So hopefully if we can get enough interest, we'll have an under-13s girls comp next year.
And here we are, that's the number 12, May Hagan. There she is again, Georgetown. Well, she's a really impressive player. I've only seen her for the last 14 minutes, but exceptional half. Great game IQ.
Oh, lovely dummy. Yeah, she's quite mature in terms of a half. You know, being under 15 and knowing what she knows, just watching her. I unfortunately haven't got to work with the 15s team, but she looks to be quite experienced out there in the halves.
There's Amanda Davidson again. She packs a punch.
I've got numbers here to the right. If they can just run it. Oh, just run it. Oh, nice little kick over the top. Good chase by the number 5.
Good urgency too. That could have
offside.
been dangerous.
Yep. Fortunately, offside. Great chase by Janali Wiles there. Wouldn't mind seeing young Janali head to fullback. It looks like she loves a bit of running, for sure.
Yeah, there's a few interesting. I think a lot of the girls probably are playing different positions that we would have seen them at QMC as well.
Yeah.
So this also might be some new positions sort of working in. And
Great
as I
offload.
say that, Rennie, how good was that?
Yeah, outstanding offload. These girls are really running with some intent, and therefore they get their arms free and they're able to offload. Another good run.
I love her, the number 16. Olongia Tolfi for Samoa. She's been in absolutely everything. She's playing, I think, in the second or front row, and she's exceptional. Steamroller. And speaking of another steamroller, there's another one. Unfortunately, a bit high.
Talking about the offloads, I know a lot of the girls would play multiple sports, especially within schools. So sevens might be quite a big one for them as well, which, you know, allows them to offload quite frequently. So, yeah, I'm assuming those skills might come from that. Here we go.
It's been so effective, though, the offload. Oh, my God. Number 12, Samoa. And there she is again. There's my girl, the number 16 for Samoa.
Oh, great defence by the Murri team. Did she get that down?
So she has.
She has.
Oh,
your
that's
girl.
points, my girl. Nelelani Olungia, sorry, Tolfi.
Oh, look at you go, eh? Deadly, sis.
That's a well-deserved try. She's been outstanding in this opening quarter.
Check out that replay, Rennie.
Well, she's beat 1.
Big right foot step.
2, 3,
Just
4, 5. The whole team. She's
It's like
beat
she's a
everyone.
magnet. She's drawn pretty much half of the
Outstanding.
Murri team in and still managed to find the ground.
Pure athlete.
Yeah.
And she's still out there. She hasn't asked for an interchange, a break.
Number 16.
There
Bless
we go.
them.
They got to get the right name. That was the number 16, Nelelani Olungia Tolfi. And there's the quarter time buzzer. Quick 2-minute break. And we'll be back with another quarter of 17 minutes. But we'll see a kick first from the half. Delaney Afuk for Samoa. Take this 4-point lead to 6. And they've had to certainly work for the 4 points that they have.
Oh, fumbled. I think it's been a really good first quarter. You know, only to be 4-0, soon to be, should be 6. But yeah, I think the Murri girls have held them out really well. But just unfortunately, there's about 1 million of them on the number 16. Oh, and she's...
she's hit the black dot.
She's hit that black dot. The black dot, get out.
All right. So that will give the girls a very short break. And we'll see Rugby League, Samoa Queensland 4 with the Queensland Murri team still on 0. In these 2 minutes to thank the sponsors. Queensland Rugby League, obviously New South Wales Rugby League Deadly Choices with the ambassadors as well, who always put in a mammoth effort out at these carnivals. The NRL, of course, Narragilly, Yui Stratties, the City of Logan, Health and Wellbeing Queensland, the Queensland Government, and of course QUT. And an honourable mention as well to obviously the Arthur Beetson Foundation. But I think the list of sponsors sort of grows every year. Yeah, 100%. Which is incredible, and just to see the support.
That's it. We want to get a lot of these sponsors on board to support such a great event. You know, it's promoting healthy choices as well, and it's promoting rugby league, both boys and girls, men and women. So, you know, if you are, we get that ever get that Keen's curry on board, sis, or what? You know, all Murray's love Keen's curry. We've got to get them on board.
That'll be 2024 Murri Carnival. Expect to see that.
Major sponsor status.
Major sponsor, Keen's Curry and Salty Plums. If what would be one of Samoa's main sponsors?
Food sponsor, you reckon?
I don't want to say. Corned beef.
Oh, yeah,
that's us too. Yeah. We just call it bully beef. Yeah. That's all. Yeah.
Pisupo, we call it.
Yeah,
nice. I like that.
I'm disappointed that there's good ways. There's only the Murri van here for food. I love Pacifica food. Like Q-Pick for me was just heaven. Like,
but we made deadly choices, didn't we, sis?
Facts, my sister.
Yes, deadly choices.
I do love a hungy though, and those Tongans were whipping up some crazy drinks. Like,
we call it an umu. We cook in the ground, so yeah, everyone loves an umu.
Anything in the ground just tastes
cup
better.
Murri.
Cup Murri.
Yes, hangi, umu. So we learned some new words today.
Yeah, I was sitting up here with obviously Sam Tangatese, another one of the deadly commentators you'll hear as well. Very proud Samoan, but learning a lot of language from these boys too, which is fantastic. Some of the ex-players. Saw Nathan Blacklock walking around. If I was 40, I'd be so excited. No.
What are you trying to say?
But we got Willie Tonga as well. There's the Bowens.
I'm surprised he's got his shirt on all the time. Hey.
And the Jet. We've got Jimmy the Jet walking around. Tyrone Roberts.
Oh, how good is it though for the young ones? It's so exciting for them to be able to be mentored and guided by. And I say that. Let's return to the field. That was a great take from Samoa.
She's done well to stay in the field as well.
Oh, I love a little inside. Almost missed that. Trying to see numbers. That's the 12 who took that lovely ball. Here we go. Now they've certainly come out swinging Samoa. Maybe all they needed was a 2-minute break.
Yeah, in that first quarter, you're always trying to suss each other out pretty much, you know, see who's got what, you know, what are their strengths, what are their weaknesses. So, you know, they've come away after that first quarter, and obviously the coaches had a really good yarn and sort of said what they need to do in this next quarter. And they definitely picked their game up a lot.
And the strength of Samoa is just strength.
Just
as I say that. The 12, Asamoah.
Yes, she definitely has some strength.
And Afuk, their half, goes down about 18 metres out. This will be last. They'll be looking for a little chip. There it is. It's collected nicely from the Murris.
The number 2, the captain you were saying, Louisa Olomali'i, is that how I say it?
Yeah.
I think she's got the 2 on her back, but I think she could be playing at lock. lock her in the halves, one of the two.
Yeah, she's in a weird field position to have a 2 on.
Yeah, because you've got the 6 there, and I think there might be a 7 on the other side.
And we've got an injury just in the back of play. So we'll have the ref, the medics just check her out. But you can see the crowd slowly growing out here at Logan. If you're in Southeast Queensland, come on down. I think it's the home of the Bears, is it?
No,
Both?
no, definitely not. Sorry.
I saw Bears over there. I was like, that'll do.
No, South Logan out here. The Brittany Brayleys of the world.
That's it. Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
She's
This is her club.
The player who was down, it is the number 12, May Hagan. Looks like maybe a head knock. Yeah, she just looks a little bit uncomfortable, so they'll bring her off and we'll return to play. Been interesting conditions out here as well. This morning it was raining quite hard. Now it's sort of still with a little bit of a breeze, but I feel like it could still rain. It's just awfully muggy.
Yes, humidity is kicking in.
Just,
Oh,
yeah.
I thought, being from Darwin, I never thought I'd say there's humidity here in Brisbane.
It's just sticky.
Yeah, it is sticky, steamy. Look, I'm whinging a lot right now, but I'm very happy to be here. I just thought I'd let you know.
All right, here we go. Maybe. Oh,
no.
Intent was there. The intent was there by the number 4, Ada Ross, but just unfortunately, maybe because of those conditions, the ball's quite slippery out there still, so unfortunately, she's knocked it on there at dummy half.
Yeah, just a bit of a silly mistake in the play the ball and a piggyback that they might not be able to afford. We've seen Samoa what they can do with the ball in hand, especially down this end.
Ren, did you love a piggyback down the field, like when teams weren't defending and you just like marching them down?
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing better when you don't have to defend.
Exactly.
Just keep marching them down.
Yep, keep marching them on down. Scores 4-0. Which is quite surprising, actually. I think the Murri team have defended really well, but let's see what set play's got. Nice little block play there, was that?
Yeah, that's the number 1.
Offload.
Finds the number 3. Amiatu steps back in. Will she find the line? No.
Great scramble defence there by the Murris.
Oh, that defence from the Murris is impressive. Will it be enough?
Beautiful defence by number 1, Ellie Warwick.
And the 15. That was the 15 for the Murris, Samoa Webb.
See, that's me with my eyes. You scored that. All held up.
That's that defence again, Bo. How good are these Queensland Murri girls?
They are just. I think it's more their intent and what they they just want to not let us score. The tackles haven't been the best. I suppose like their form's probably not the best, but
it's more just numbers in the tackles.
Yeah, 100%. And their will to not. Oh, lovely line.
Pass.
Oh, what a pass.
Ready.
Great pass.
And that's what you're going to get with the likes of the number 16. Because we've seen her draw about 10 players before, she's going to draw players to her, and she's beautiful little offload, and she's hit that hole really nice.
Liliana Nati, she's been outstanding at fullback. She hit a great hole there, and that's just good vision, good IQ for the game, and just know where the holes are on that field. So she's been outstanding today.
And know who to hang around, from their offloads. Here's the replay. The 11.
Farlongo. Great pass.
Oh, sorry, I thought it was the 16 again.
Tell you what, though, how many this whole team can offload. Like, it doesn't matter what position they play in. It has obviously just been instilled from like birth of how to do an offload, because my God, when it came from that number 11, Farlongo.
Oh, beautiful.
It just found the fullback in Nati, who's also the vice captain, and what a great vice captain as well to have for your team. She's just been a sensational player and leader out there on the pack.
That's just a simple draw and pass, you know what I mean? Like, I think sometimes we, especially in the girls' game, because we're trying to catch up to the boys in their skill, I think we try to overcomplicate it with all these block plays, X, Y, all that kind of stuff. They're good to lay a bit of a platform, but just a simple draw and pass and hitting holes, and she's in and through.
I think this comes back a lot to what you mentioned before, Bo, and the fact that a lot of these Murri girls have been picked from separate teams, so I just don't think that they've had the experience playing together quite like Samoa have, because they are just like a well-oiled machine. Now they're going to start, I think, adding points on to the Murri girls. But, I mean, testament to the girls. They've been doing a sensational job in defence. Unfortunately, for about 80% of this game, though, they have been defending.
Yeah,
So
I don't think they've been down, the Murri girls, to their line once to attack. But,
no.
Yeah, that conversion was waved away by Delaney Arfook. Let's hope, you know, once they do get down to their line, to have in some good ball, to have a bit of an attacking opportunity, they can come up with something. But you just look out there, and the size difference, you know, is definitely noticeable. And once again, the Samoa Queensland team are definitely well drilled, and they look like they've been playing together for a while. But if they haven't, tell me I'm wrong, please. I don't want to be assuming things, but the way they play, it looks like they've been playing together for a bit.
Yeah, the way they play like a beast.
Were under 15s in the QPIC competition?
Yes.
Yeah, so I'm assuming a majority of these girls have played before as well, together.
Yes, but yeah, Samoa was so, I mean, across all their teams, they were strong, very strong in QPIC. I think a lot of them actually took out the divisions for most of the ages.
Beautiful ball there by Arfook.
And inside from the 12 to the 2, there's Olamali'i, the captain. Passing it to Asamoah, the 12, also a try scorer.
Oh, great run.
And my God, an absolute steamroll from Fa'alongo. Sitting on that 30-metre line now. Playing the right side, just some simple hands. Just collected nicely, though, from the Murri teams. At halves in there again, Georgetown.
No pressure on the kicker there. Oh, I think, unlucky. Was that knocked back? Oh, I think there was
it was back, and then another player might have knocked it forward.
Yeah. Looks like there was no communication there.
It was a tough one to catch. Like, it was high, but like you said, but I didn't see any of the Murri girls, unfortunately, talking to each other, which obviously in this game is key.
Yeah, that's for sure. It was a nice kick.
But great. What's the word? Pressure. Great pressure from Samoa, though, forcing the error, I think. When you see, like, 4 Samoan girls running at you, I'd probably drop the ball too. All right, so we'll see a drop out. It'll find the centre. That's Mikayo, the number 4. You can see Brad Beatson in the background, the legend. And here we are. There's some speed, the 13. Mila, Serenity.
Great tackle by the number 9. The Kylia Freeman-Lynch. Good leg drive.
Is that 11 again?
Oh.
The 11 and 16, there it is, my favourites. Fa'alongo, Charity. He's giving out no charity in this game, and a little scoot.
She's dropped that.
From dummy.
The Murri girls are showing great desperation on their try line.
100%.
You know, the scoreline should be a lot bigger than it is, but because they're showing that desperation on their try line, they're able to keep Samoa to 8 points.
Yeah, and there's
that. Take a lot of confidence out of that.
Yeah.
She's caught that a double. Is that a double movement she's caught? That. She's going like that. It's like a signal.
A knock on.
Yeah, and then they've.
Oh, and then it's it's a what's that penalty called?
Not square.
Differential penalty or something like that.
Oh, okay.
There you go. You heard it here first.
Oh, that's a new one. Ren, tell us all about it.
I don't even watch footy.
That's how they won the premiership. The Bulldogs. They had a differential, differential penalty.
But we've seen like a few of the rules have been changing. I think just before in December, we're seeing that now with concussion rules, it's a 19-day turnaround before a player can play.
Yeah, obviously so important, but as a player getting sidelined, it's not one of the easiest things. We've seen it today as well. There's so much passion on the pitch that, yeah, having to take a break is always tricky.
Yeah. And it is always, like, as a trainer, it's hard to pick as well. Like, you've got a few questions, you've got a few signs that you look for when it comes to concussion, but sometimes like I saw a boy get hit over there in the 14s before. He's like, no, I'm right. And he looks so well, but yeah, I don't think he was.
space out here. The Murri girls need to keep going. Keep going right here.
They can play
They've got
fast.
big numbers. Wrong way, girls.
They, they always think that they've got a kick on the 5th, where actually if they would have come right, like Ren was saying, they could have just gone through the hands here and run it.
Yeah, they probably would have made more yardage anyway than that kick. But nonetheless, it'll be a turnover now. Samoa, that's the number 3, Amiyatu.
Oh, great run.
Now the 15, straight from half. They've got the pace now. They've really turned it on, I think, in this second quarter. The Queensland Samoa.
Great carry. Great carry.
Olomali'i, she finds an offload. Another offload that'll gain them another 10 metres.
Someone's down in back play. She's up.
It looks like the hooker for the Murri's Freeman Lynch. Only a few minutes left in this second quarter before we take a 5-minute break for half-time. Samoa playing to the left. A lovely little play. Will she find her second?
Just short. Great defence by the Murri team. If they can just keep this desperate defence up. Oh,
too good. The 14, Charisma Papali'i.
She's actually came on and made quite a dent in the defensive line, Papali'i. She came on over on that right side and a barnstorming run down, and she's just been everywhere since coming on.
And we'll see a Deadly Choices replay.
Basic, once again, just through the hands. No big flash play. And just too strong.
But I tell you what, I think that the Murri girls have been defending now for what probably feels like a lifetime. There's going to start to, the fatigue's already kicked in. And unfortunately, the Samoan girls just working the field, working the gaps, finding the space, and really capitalising on the fatigue now of the Queensland Murri girls. A 12-point lead, kick to come. The half will take that, our Fook, and maybe add an extra 2 points to Samoa Queensland's campaign here in the under-15 cultural celebration. Very good punt, but it'll fall short. So the scoreline remains 12-0 to Rugby League Samoa. Queensland Murri still looking to get on the side on the scoreboard. We've got about 3 minutes left in this first half.
And I think you can see fatigue setting into both sides. But when I think the Rugby League Samoa team have definitely got their subs right, their interchange bench, because there's girls that are, coming on so fresh, and these are the girls that he's using his middle third really well in terms of the interchange. So, if anything, I would have normally said, well, what they need to do now, the Murri team, is to be getting their outside back, zipping through that middle because of the tired forwards. But when the forwards are coming on, they're fresh. So it's really hard to combat, you know what I mean?
Don't touch it.
Oh, no, sis. Got to go 10.
That comes back, I think, to unfortunately that game IQ. But a great attempt. That was I think it was the half as well, who's kicking the 7 for the Murris. That's Georgetown. Great idea. Unfortunately, just short. So we'll see a restart on halfway. 10 metres that they probably didn't need to give away. As they send in the number 13. She beats 2, but Davidson will stop her. As we hear the buzzer in the background, this will be the final play for the first half. And there she is, the number 16.
Wow.
And the one backing up, Nati.
Ulungia to Nati.
Offload.
Great combination, them two. Along with Farlong, these girls have just been powerhouses and just making it really hard for the Murri team to contain.
Yeah, we'll see that Deadly Choices replay in just a moment, right on half-time. There it is. How's that, Rennie?
Yeah, look, that was disappointing to get that last try scored against you right on the stroke of half-time. But, yeah, again, the 16, she's been outstanding. Great support from the fullback, like any fullback should do. Just outstanding fullback from Nati, and a well-deserved try. And
that will take us into half-time here at the under-15 cultural celebration between the Queensland Murri and Queensland Samoa. We'll see a kick to come, but the scoreboard will take us into half-time at 16-0.
Every Queenslander has the right to good health, and we at Health and Wellbeing Queensland are working really closely with our partners to change things up a bit. Events are vital when it comes to showing just how important sport is. Not only is it good for your health, but it can help you feel connected to people, and that can bring around all new opportunities as well. Combine this with healthy eating and you get the perfect team. So remember to stay active and eat well, and together we can make healthy happen.
All mob who get an annual health check at their participating Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander community-controlled health service not only have the benefit of knowing how their health is, but will also be the recipient of a Deadly Choices shirt of their choosing.
Not an easy choice.
Yes, it is. Nico Hines the OG.
So make a choice. Make a deadly choice. Vaping is highly addictive. It can damage your heart and lungs and have a major impact on your immune system. Vaping also exposes you to all kinds of harmful chemicals that can affect brain development and function. So make a choice. Make a deadly choice.
It's important to look after your health so that you can live a long and healthy life, and and be around with your family and your community.
Yeah, obviously, the younger you can come down and start getting health checks, the more risks you can take out.
I find AMSs, because mob no mob, it's a sense of belonging. It's your community. You feel safe there. You feel respected.
To have a medical center in the community is a real big step, and the benefits you get out of it, like you get a shirt and you get to see and check up on your health.
They offer support specifically for issues that affect our mob.
They're the one-stop shop.
715s.
Culturally safe practices.
You got like the youth
optometry, physio, podiatry.
We offer a wide range of services to keep young people healthy and strong.
Stay strong and live long.
Yeah, working with mob for mob, that's the best part.
When you're ready for anything, everything changes. So when they say the real world is uncertain, be ready to create, collaborate, to think like a human, and uncertainty becomes exciting. And if they say the real world is beyond your reach, ready your experience, your connections, and it's yours for the taking, because the real world waits for no one. It's here. It's now. And whether you see the risks or seize the opportunity depends on your decision to be ready. Ready for the real world.
Every Queenslander has the right to good health, And we at Health and Wellbeing Queensland are working really closely with our partners to change things up a bit. Events are vital when it comes to showing just how important sport is. Not only is it good for your health, combine this with healthy eating and you get the perfect team. So remember to stay active and eat well, and together we can make healthy happen.
All mob who get an annual health check at their participating Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander community-controlled health service not only have the benefit of knowing how their health is, but will also be the recipient of a Deadly Choices shirt of their choosing.
Not an easy choice.
Yes, it is. Nico Hines, the OG.
So make a choice. Make a deadly choice.
Second half here of the girls under 15 cultural celebration between the Queensland Murri and Samoa Queensland. The scoreboard, we had a successful conversion. And the scoreboard sits at 16-0.
Samoan girls have come out with the same intent. They're just running in between the A and B defenders, just marching them down the field.
Yep, numbers.
I've missed 2 points. What happened in the sheds, do you think? What was the sort of chat, Bo, that the Murri coach would have been instilling upon the girls?
Oh,
she's
what
through
an
again.
offload. Here she goes. Another offload. For me, if I was the coach, that would have probably been one of the big things, is to wrap the ball up, because a lot of their tries are coming from offloads, right?
Almost all of them, I think, have come from an offload.
Yeah, 100%. And a lot of them have come from some nice little, simple draw and passes. But I think, it is hard with, I suppose, the size difference in terms of, no matter what Samoa do and no matter what the Murris do, these girls are really well drilled and they're really hard to stop. The Murri girls have been together for 2 days, you know what I mean? So we can't forget that. I'm not making excuses, but they've been together for 2 days. So, and I think they've done really well considering it's only 18-0. But yeah, if I was them, it'd be wrap the ball up and then start getting our little outside backs up through the middle there.
Yeah, we really haven't actually seen yet what the Murri team can do offensively, because they've been on the D so much in the first half. So hopefully get the ball back a little bit more, but it's going to be tough when there's tackles like that. You're just running into a brick wall in Misa, the number 8 for Samoa, and there's that 16 again, who I think has been on the whole time. I haven't seen a lot of their forwards come off.
Great leg drive there by the Samoan girls.
2 in the tackle, push her back about 10 metres. Good pace.
Oh, nice dummy. Ooh, bit high, no.
Show and go from Georgetown. She's doing great, and unfortunately, she's probably one of the older heads in the team, or in terms of IQ.
Yep.
Unfortunately, she's trying to set things up, but just doesn't seem to be working as she goes for the kick.
Nice kick. I really like that young Ada Ross, the centre out here for the Murris. Oh, and good tackle. It's Ada Ross out here, the number 4 for the Murri. She's really tough. She doesn't mind taking a hit up as well, which I really like. But yeah, she definitely wrestles in the tackle, which is, when you've got some of the girls and their sizes out there for the Samoan team, is not easy to do.
So we'll see the scrum packed. But I love the little chip from Georgetown. These could be the mistakes that they need to capitalise off. They really haven't had a lot of game time down this end of the field and in terms of offense, so this could be the first set we see. I'd love to see some points at the end of it. It'd certainly be a confidence boost for the Murris. There's Georgetown. She finds her number 2. The number 2 though is wrapped up. That's Sumner.
Nearly an obstruction with that move. I've seen them do them twice. Now they're really lucky that the ref hasn't picked it up. But at least they're trying something. It's good.
And there we go, the Queensland Murri teams. That's the number 18. That's close. Set up both sides. They'll play the open side. Very quick hands from the 17. No one's going with her. She'll go down.
She's one out, isn't she? She's been one out all day.
Yep.
The number 17 for the Murris. We don't have a name for her. Do you have a name for her? Xander Domic.
Yep, that's it, Domic.
Quite a popular surname.
Here we go now. Finds its way back to the half. It puts a little chip in.
She needs to bounce.
Oh.
That was a kick going begging, Rennie.
Well, at least she's trying something, you know. There was opportunity there. There was a little bit of space. She nearly got the bounce. And unfortunately, Samoa got the ball back.
That was great assertiveness though from Samoa to pick that up.
Oh, we have a knock on there as well.
Three Murri
Great
girls.
tackle.
Here we go. It's heating up. This is what we've waited for.
That was Ada Ross again, I think, bro.
Yeah, it was.
She's really carrying the ball well, and she's obviously, like you said, defensively been strong.
The girls have, like, they're sort of sitting back and waiting for them, like, the Samoan girls to meet them. They're not, to meet them on their defensive line. They're not actually coming forward and moving off the line to meet them. So, you know, they're going to be making a lot of ground. They've got to get that line speed and get up as a team. Oh, great hands. Oh, she's offloaded.
That was great hands though from the 20 Mason. Would have gone very well, very opposite the other way, but it hasn't. As we see another little pass from her to find her winger.
Denali Wiles, she's having a good crack out there, and there's not much of her, eh? She's a tough little thing. Here she goes again. Oh, she's just rolled her ankle or her knee. I saw that. Oh, she's up tough. There you go. Them bony Murri ankles, eh? We all know about them.
Play on, that's it. And play on indeed. We'll see a couple new cavalry come on for the Murri team. Looks like Holly Mead will step out in the 14 jumper.
See if they can get a repeat here. Oh, she's playing. She's going. Can they get over? Offload. Here she goes. Yes.
Unlucky.
As they caught it. Oh, God.
I want to see that replay, ref, because I'm not sure about that. I just want the Murri girls to get some well-deserved points. Georgetown absolutely turned that on as we see.
Beautiful ball
Deadly
there.
Choices replay.
Ada Ross again.
She's been great, but I think she needed to look left there. I think she had a winger unmarked outside her.
So that was the pass that was forward. Georgetown.
Oh, well, they're drumming up something. They're getting closer and closer every time.
It was a second attempt from Georgetown. First, you had the little chip that was collected from Samoa, and then that one obviously was a forward. But yeah, like you said, they're turning it on. There's the wheels are finally in motion, I think, for the Murri girls. They know that they've got potential in there. They just need to
offload.
Another offload.
Keep going and wrap that ball.
The Samoan girls are running, especially their bigger girls are running so hard, which attracts, 3 and 4 defenders.
Oh, another offload.
Oh, and she's offloaded again. 3 and 4 defenders, and then, they're not rocking the ball up the Murri, so they're getting these really easy offloads, which is making more ground. Here we go again, the one backing up. As usual, she's such a strong runner. Wow, Nati, she's everywhere, isn't she?
It's been great, and it's all come from their forwards, just making those meters, offloading. The Murri girls are scrambling, and they just can't seem to get their defensive line set again.
And that was the try scorer number 1, the vice captain Liliana Nati. Her second try, as we see the Deadly Choices replay. There it is. Wow. She finds the white line and glides right over. That'll take Rugby League Samoa to 22 points ahead of Queensland Murri. And only minutes left in this third quarter.
It's really good to see the skill level of both teams, but definitely the Samoan team, especially with their middle third, finding their front, getting quick play the balls, and it's like the Murri girls are struggling to keep up with those quick play the balls, because the next one's, it's like a wave, it's just coming and coming and coming. So, but it's great skill from the Queensland Samoan team.
I think as well, really important is that Samoa, they're obviously running in pack. They've always got players everywhere. It's never one person by themselves, but unfortunately on that flip side with the Murris, we see a lot of players going by themselves and just not having that backup. So obviously Samoa, they're playing for their team for sure. Like, they're out on that pitch playing for each other. And that was a great punt from the number 7, Delaney Fook. That's another 2 points added to Queensland Samoa under 15s, 24-0 over Queensland Murri. Third quarter, one more quarter after this, and then we move on to our under 17 cultural celebration between Queensland Samoa and Queensland Murri, and then later into the men's, and then of course the Interstate Challenge starts at 5:30 p.m. with the women kicking off, and followed by the men at about 7:30. There's Uncle Nathan Blacklock in the yellow as the league safe.
Can we get a zoom in on him?
He's deadly. He's at all of the events as well.
And he's awesome, you know. He loves giving back to the youth. You know, he's got a wealth of experience, being an older gentleman. Being a salt and pepper head, I'll call him.
Oh, has the ref called that?
Knock on.
Knock on.
Yes.
I thought that went backwards, but that's okay. Great kicking. I noticed the number 18, I think it was maybe close, but the Murri's just shot right out of the gate as soon as the ball was in the air. So finally seeing a little bit of pressure put on the Samoan. I mean, it worked. She's fumbled the ball. Ref's seen a knock on. And we're back down to where we were just minutes ago. We'll see if the half can, maybe third time's the charm.
That was better. Oh.
Spoke, unfortunately, too soon. It's been collected from Makayo.
Defense.
God, they're close to the line. Yeah, she'd want to step back in, 15-15.
Oh, good defense by the number 15.
And again, she wants more. Here comes Samoa, the big number 8. Misa. I don't know what's changed, but in the last couple minutes, the Murris have just turned it on in terms of defense. It's been on the whole time, but they finally have a little bit of line speed and they're putting the pressure on. And speaking of pressure, there's that number 11, Fa'alongo.
Wow, look at the leg
for
drive.
Samoa. She's still gone. It was
her
a 20-metre
drive
run.
is phenomenal.
All right, playing the short side. There
Another
she
strong
is.
runner. Oh, great tackle.
Oh, God.
That was by the 18.
16-18. I certainly would not be going up against Olungia Tofi, but
Sienna close. Great tackle.
Worked. We'll see a changeover. Scrum will be fed.
And the hardest thing, you know, you always like go low. You've been told if there's a bigger girl in front of you, go low. But then they've got a great offload. And then if you go high, they're just going to bump you off. What do you do? It's tough out there.
I think it's just numbers, hey, bro? Like numbers in the tackle.
100%.
High, low,
well, we saw that in
mid.
in the first quarter down on their line and how well they did it. A nice little wrap play there. Just couldn't make the ground up.
She's been great too. I think it was the 15. We've said her name, Summer Webb, for the Murris. She's not scared of anything.
No,
like
she's out there giving it a crack, eh? It's no little number 5.
Oh! Holy!
She's getting up.
She's fine.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh!
Yes.
Oh.
I told you, Denali. Wow, she's tough, man.
If I was her, I'd put that on my show reel and send that to NRLW.
Yeah, see what I can take.
That was insane.
Here's a replay. She did awesome.
Look at her, she just got up so eloquently. Oh no, here it is, sorry.
Yeah, she's tough, man. Denali.
Boom!
Oh, she's right. Look
Here
at her.
comes the boom.
Wow, and she just gets straight up, plays the ball.
Unreal. Oh, I love footy.
Yes.
It's moments like these, isn't it? I think they're bigger hitters than you would have probably seen in the NRL.
They make them
eh?
tough, eh? They make them tough.
Oh, unreal.
She's the smallest person on the field and she's running harder than anyone.
100%, Ren.
The forwards need to take something out of that and really maybe be a little bit embarrassed that the wing is running that hard.
Yeah, they're just a little bit too deep here. The Murris, they just need to bring their line up a little bit flatter.
Oh, I
they've
didn't
lost
even
it.
see what happened there. They've obviously gotten the ball back in the tackle.
Oh.
And here's that pace there. I think that's the number 2, Olamali'i, the captain for Samoa. Oh, and unfortunately, sorry, we've got someone down in the back of play.
Yeah, I think as she was getting up, she's actually accidentally copped a knee to the eye. just from watching that.
Looks very, very painful. We'll get an update on her in just a moment as we continue with the live play. The number 2 for Samoa. A lovely little pass there. They're still going.
Good tackle
Great
by Ada.
tackle. She's forced an error.
Yes, great work
Not sure
there.
if the refs, here we go. The ref's seen it now.
Yeah, I just saw, just in back play that happened as she was getting up after losing that ball. She's, copped a bit of a knee to the head, so I hope she's okay. The league safe's out there. The trainer's out there assessing her, which is good, and she's up.
Yeah, they've all been doing a great job. Across the carnival, obviously we couldn't play the great game of rugby league without them, so a big shout out and thank you to all of the men and women in pink, the refs of course, but of course all the support staff and league safe that come with the teams and put this competition together as well.
I just got some info. Young Ada Ross Kelly, I think the name is. She's up from Hopevale, the home of the Bowen boys. So, yes, Hopevale girl.
Beautiful part of the world.
Oh, we were up there.
To go
Yeah.
Oh, did you guys go on the trip with us?
We were up there with the ABF tour.
Yeah.
Sort of mid last year.
And Maddie Bowen take you fishing?
Yeah. Red, I think you went with
fresh,
Brenton.
Yeah, I had
yes,
the freshwater mussels and
Oh.
all the uncles with the rifles just making sure no crocs come together. So being a Sydney city boy, I was definitely soiled my pants.
Oh, it's a beautiful, beautiful part of the world.
It was great to see where Maddie grew up, and his dad took us. He's got a big bit of a farm there, so yeah, it was really nice. And we went out to Coloured Sands, and that's all part of their country, and it was phenomenal. But back to the footy.
Back to the footy indeed. That will be the end of third quarter, so we've got one more quarter left. A quick 2-minute break, and the player who was down, she's up walking. I think she's taken, like what Bo said, a knee to the head or the eye, so we might not see her return, but she has come off the field, so she'll be getting the medical attention in the background as we see the camera on Samoa, who have quite a confident lead of 24 points to nil. Is there any changes you think they should make or any, or you think they'd be pretty confident coming back into the fourth quarter?
Look, I think they're pretty comfortable the way they're playing right now.
And the way they're using their bench too.
It doesn't seem to get any easier for the Murri girls when the bench come on, but they're playing a good style of footy and they're playing to their strengths. They're playing off the 9. They're creating, havoc between the A and B defender, offloading. The fullback's just doing her job and pushing up in support, so they don't need to change too much. I haven't seen them shift the ball too much.
No, it's sort of been one outs, hasn't it? And then just draw 5 defenders, and then it's just an offload. But I just saw Janali Wiles coming off the winger that copped the big hit, and she's looking at me, smiling, walking up here. So she's
my mum who's watching it, she's messaged me. What'd she say? She said, "That winger, gutsy."
She definitely is.
So God, she's made waves in the community. My God.
If I'm correct me if I'm wrong, I think she's a St George, originally mobber from St George out there near Tara Dolby Way, and I think she now resides in Toowoomba. But she's a tough little nut, isn't she?
She's awesome. She's so cool.
Any NRLW clubs are definitely watching. You want a little skinny frame that's tough, then definitely have a look at young Janali Wiles.
Like a little Tamika Upton in the making, eh?
100%.
She takes some big hits, that girl.
Heeks, she does. She gets back up and then she just scores or sets up a million tries.
Yeah,
so
that's it.
Let's just
Get the Daily M, something cool.
Just a bit of a Daily M. No
she
worries.
did with that one.
Sure is. Radabana girl.
All right, last quarter in the cultural celebrations, under 15s between Samoa, Queensland and the Queensland Murri team. If you're just tuning in, we've got a 24-0 lead, which is quite comfortable. Obviously, they should come away with the win, but I would love to see Queensland Murri put some very well-deserved points on.
100%.
There's been a couple of times there they probably have or should have.
They get close to that line, don't they? And then an error. So
you almost wish it was like a sort of like with the QMC with the round robin, because I want to see them play the next game.
Yes.
Like this is the build game, and then the next game, I reckon, would be perfect. There she's running, she's leading the pack out.
I reckon she wants to jump in the front row.
She's like, hit me again.
Yeah, she wants another carry. She wants another tough carry.
She's awesome. I love the enthusiasm, you know. I love that, you know, most of the times when the girls have got injured, they've gotten back up and played the ball with a smile on their face, and that's the way it should be at this age, that's for sure.
And they're starting with a scrum. Can't remember who's feeding this one. I think it might be the...
It's the Murris by the looks of it. Yeah, they're sort of standing in a straight line, the Samoan team.
Which works for them anyway. They don't need any depth in the play because they're their offloads. Like, there's no point in stepping back 2 metres when you've got to run 50.
They've been impressive, definitely. Great IQ of the game.
Carry.
Oh, offload, here she goes.
Here we go, they're starting to learn the offload, the Murris. That's Wiles who'll go down with it, back inside.
Oh.
All right, they just keep punching forward. Don't worry about the set plays. Run with intent.
Yep. Run hard. Nice dummy. Oh.
That's that 7 again, Georgetown. Got her name highlighted. She's been exceptional for the Murri team. I think she's been, you know, exactly what you want in a half and a playmaker.
This is good footy. A bit of second phase play.
Yep.
Moving the Samoan girls around.
Shifting it quite well. Here she goes.
Janelli again.
And this will be the last. This is probably the most metres they've made in a set, the Murri team.
Yep.
They've really started to shift the ball. Unfortunately, it's the last quarter. But like I said, it's almost like you want to watch the next game that they will play, because I feel like this is great practice for them, and they've started to iron out a few of the kinks.
They need to tighten up with the girls. Not much of a threat out wide.
Yeah, it's all been down the middle, hasn't it? And just on the edges a bit. Nothing much out wide.
It's a big middle game for Samoa. We've seen that across the games as well.
And like Ren said before, like they haven't shifted it, so that you know they're going for that power play every time. It's like a one-off hit, then to an offload, you know. Bring the numbers to the ball, and then we'll get that offload going. Oh, it's a bit high. Play on here.
Carry.
Go back to the penalty. Bit of a high tackle.
Couple of Murri players down in the background as well. Big contact. League safes coming out there just in the back of play. Yeah, it was a bit of carnage actually. There's a few players that have seemed to have awkward input into that tackle. Ref's just checking out the 2 players that are down in the back of play. There she is, looks like my 16.
Coming back on? Or?
Coming back, oh no, maybe just fixing her friend. Or maybe a head, another one has taken a few head knocks, I think, at tackle.
Like you said, carnage. I didn't even actually see it. I just saw the high tackle, but then sort of what happens after that, I didn't see. So
maybe a few bodies.
Well, Georgetown's back up, and she's going back to the line of defence.
I think a few bodies in awkward positions, maybe in that tackle.
That's the number 18 still on the ground.
Yeah, great idea, Bo. An opportunity to a special mention of the sponsors while we have a little bit of a break in play. Obviously, all of the organisations that put carnivals like this together and make it possible. Obviously, we've got Quake, the QRL, who are instrumental in all the carnivals we do, as well as NRL and New South Wales Rugby League, Deadly Choices, Narragilly, IUI, Strutties who, if you come out to any of the events in Southeast Queensland, they've got some deadly merch.
Oh, they're nice.
It's finally, like, as a Torres Strait Islander, it's so nice to see that we can finally get stuff with the flag. It's so hard to find Torres Strait merch, which is really nice. But obviously, City of Logan, as we are out here in the beautiful City of Logan, Health and Wellbeing Queensland, as well as the Queensland Government, and of course QUT and the Arthur Beetson Foundation. If you're on the app, you can find a little bit more information about all of the sponsors, as well as on the Facebook page as well. And it looks like we'll return to the play, and they're bringing in Lysander Domick, the number 17 for Queensland. Murri will replace her counterpart.
Angela May Dempsey, I think that might be. Angel.
All right, Samoa now with a 24-point lead. 10 metres out, finds the one, there's the 12. Off Samoa. You can't not with pace like that.
Pace and size, it's so hard to stop.
I had the size, I just never had the pace. That's why I'm in the commentary box. There she is, though, that number 12, Elisa Asamoah. How's that replay, Ren?
Just running with intent and desire, pure desire. Very hard to stop. She's been outstanding all game. All of the forwards for the Samoan team have been great.
So much passion, and it's interesting because obviously we've had the Murri Interstate Challenge for years, but only Samoa's been introduced in the last couple. But I think so important. It's, you know, you're not playing for ourselves and just your teammates, you're playing for your families, your culture out there. Pacific Nation, it's just so important. You're sort of wearing your culture on your sleeve when you go out and play in these competitions. Would love to see Tonga, Cookies, the Māori teams come out as well. Love to see an inter-nation competition, maybe one in the future. Papua New Guinea as well, some great players there.
Fiji.
Yeah, Fiji get Petro.
Our Deadly Ambassador, Deadly Choices Ambassador.
And that was a great kick from the number 1, the vice captain, Liliana Nutti. That will take an extra 2 points for Rugby League Samoa to 30. And there's that replay, Deadly Choices replay of Alyssa Asamoah, the number 12.
I really like Asamoah. She runs her lines really well. Like, she does her job. She's running on the inside shoulder of that half every time, and she's just too big, too strong. You know, and then if the ball's not going her, it's going out the back to the fullback. So take your pick.
The whole front pack, I'm just so impressed with. Obviously, we think of the front row as the sort of the heavy hitters, but half of them are.
Oh, she's knocked that on
backs
there.
as well. I would say knock on as well.
Very unlucky for the Murris just then.
The ref just missed that one.
Saw it from here.
So
how'd she miss that?
It'll be play on for Samoa.
Offload.
There she is.
Offload, Nadi.
She's everywhere. And what's that? Two offloads, 3.
Just the level of skill they're showing is outstanding. It's very hard to offload, especially when you've got defenders hanging off you.
Oh, what a dummy by the number 2.
The number 2, that's the captain, Ola Mali'i.
He's impressive.
I'm so impressed by the captain and the vice captain, obviously, Nati and Ola Mali'i. I think they're natural choices to be the captains of this team. I didn't even see her. Where'd she come from? Not a try. It was a try.
Wow.
I completely missed that play.
Well, I thought the play had stopped
That's
for some
what
reason.
I thought. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
wow.
that was confusing.
That was impressive.
We'll see it in the replay.
So another 4 points. So that'll be 34-0. Here it is.
Just shifted left. There was numbers, I think, outside. Their dummy. Oh, no, she's passed. Offload.
To the 14. She offloads to Miller. Miller wasn't sure either,
No, well,
though.
I think she thought the play had stopped as well. So just unfortunate. I think the Murri girls are pretty spent by now with the amount of tackling they've had to be doing and chasing. But, yeah, it's not easy out there, that's for sure. they've only had about three on the bench, the Murri teams. All right.
Yeah, they don't have many.
Nah.
But the Samoa, like you said, we mentioned it before, like with the interchanges and sort of just fresh legs that Samoa have. All right, 34-0. It sits here in the under-15s cultural celebration.
I didn't touch that.
Oh, that was you.
No, I promise I didn't touch the screen. We've just lost signal here on our replay screen. And I promise you it wasn't me. I didn't touch it. And they get us, oh, great kick. She's also forward. Oh, here goes Ada Ross. Is she going to get some points on the board?
That's great hands. That's a great chase.
Here we go.
What a chase.
Back to live play. We're all on the edge of our seats. Well, we're standing up now.
Can they get some points on the board? The Murri team, they've got numbers, heaps of numbers out to the right. If they can just shift it quickly, out to the right, straighten up.
Needs to go.
And again, it needs to go again. Still got numbers out to the right. The girls are screaming. I can hear them from here.
Yeah, this is exciting.
Here we go. Straighten up somebody.
Oh, that's a lovely play from the
nice bump ball. Oh, still got numbers to the right. 5 on 2. Oh, she's stepped. Oh, she's got it. Yes.
She's got it.
Yes.
Points for the Murris.
Georgetown. They've got on the board, and the one who we knew was leading the team around the park. She's been awesome all day for the Murris. They're halfback, Lenore, Georgetown.
She's so impressive, and that was such a well-deserved try.
Yes.
I mean, if I could give it points to any of the players, it would be her. I'd give them all tries, but I think that Lenore's just been exceptional. Like, she's just done everything you want in a playmaker. I'm not sure if she's the captain, but to me, she exudes captaincy, you know, like she's a communicator.
She's been a great leader on the field for them today. She's got a really good IQ of the game. The name Georgetown, we know, Liam Georgetown has played in in the Murri Carnivals for years. He's been amazing. He's still playing. I don't know how he does it, but he does it, and he's still a gun.
Yeah. It's those black fellas, eh? They're just retiring when they're like 50.
I wasn't dumb. I just retired when I knew it was time to retire.
I had a medical retirement.
Oh, bless. Oh, what a kick. Great nudge. Oh, she's got it.
Great.
What a kick.
That was deadly for the Murris. Did she just convert her own try?
She did.
Someone sign her.
Yep.
There's that replay. Here it is. It was the two halves, though, that were just instrumental. Two halves make a whole.
She's dummied to the right. Boss off her right. She's had to work for this. She's definitely had to do some work.
A cruncher of a tackle too, but she still found the white line.
Yep.
That's so impressive.
Great
try. I was like, oh, she dropped it, but that was after she's put it down. I'm not going to start a controversy.
Give her that try, girl.
Not going to start a controversy now.
Great. Oh, big contact again.
Big contact. So the scoreboard sits with that converted try, 34 to 6 points.
Oh, Janali, unlucky.
And in the final quarter here of under 15 Murris and Samoa, there's not too long left. Be about 5 minutes or less. Trying to calculate 17-minute halves, it's an awkward one. All right, Samoa, there she is. Another little off.
Oh, the number 12. Wow, just too big, too strong.
She just leaves like an
trail,
aftermath
like
of players on the ground.
Yep, she's a great runner.
That is her second, could be more, but I believe second. Alyssa Asamoah. There's the replay again. Imagine if you took offloads out of this game, though. Like, the points would be 0-6.
Yeah.
Because all of their tries have come off these incredible offloads. But there's the steamroll. She took it like a champ, though. That's Ada Ross Kelly, the number 4. She's taken quite a lot of hits in this game, but she still gets back up And it looks like the number 12, the try scorer, will go to convert as well. Looks like they might be looking for a new kicker.
Left footer by the looks of it.
Yeah, you don't see a lot of that.
Nah. She's definitely had a massive contribution in this game today. You know, a star of the future. Good luck to the future people trying to tackle her.
Oh, this is the future we're looking at too, isn't it?
I love it,
like,
yeah.
Like, I think it's unreal, you know, like over 50% of the player base in the NRL and probably NRLW is Pacifica.
Oh, she's lined up on her right. What? Left foot, right. Oh, she's got it.
She's done it. Oh, just short.
I didn't know whether she lined up on her left or her right. I think she confused herself.
Yeah.
The old Mal Meningatopa.
Yeah, I love it. She runs like Mal, that's for sure. Probably harder than Mal. Nah.
Last try wins.
Is that Lumens?
Cheeky MC.
Yes.
All right, here we go. There's not long left, but there's the replay again. She'll be happy with that, Samoa. That's a big kick.
Yep, they'll go for a couple of offloads here, I reckon. Here we go. Great defence by the Murri team
and
there.
We heard the final buzzer in the under-15 cultural celebration between Samoa, Queensland Murris. Samoa, too big, too strong. Leading us into full time with a 34-6 scoreline. Stay tuned. We've got the under-17s next, followed by the 18s, and then, of course, the Murri-Koori Interstate Challenge.